All right, man. Errol Spence says he beat the top guys at 50% of his best. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop the video. Check out the welterweight and boxing news playlist for more videos like this. Um, hey, it is what it is. You know, this is what he's saying, and this is what he believing in. You know, so. Like I said before, 100% Errol Spence would be dangerous, right? If he's saying, he beat these guys at 50%. But let's read it real quick. Make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, right? So he says Errol Spence said he could beat the top guys at 50% is best. Says Earl the Truth Spence Jr. says that even if he's only at 50% capacity, only half of what he once was after his car crash and his eye injury, he'd still beat the majority of top guys at 47. Um, so he said, quote, even at half of me would beat most of these guys at the top level, said Spence, and keeping 100. Quite feel great, and I'm 100% physically on point, right? So he said, I want to make a statement. If Ugas trying to push myself, thinks I'm a different fighter, we'll see in 2.5 weeks how different I am. Quote, I have everything in my arsenal. Whatever Ugas brings to the table, I'm ready for it. I'm going to dictate the pace and control everything. I'm gonna making him fight my fight. He said, "quote I thought the way that fight went was more because Pacquiao being a shell of himself," said Ugas, and minimizing Ugas win over 42-year-old Pacquiao. He said, "I'm going to send my message with my performance. When I have 3 belts, everyone is going to know what that means. My thing is this, bro." He said, "Even at half of me will beat most of these guys at the top level, you know. So he said, I feel great now. I'm 100% physically on point." So my thing is, what does that mean? I'm gonna say even maybe he's saying, maybe Ryan Hunt being 50%. That's a lot. That's a huge percentage, bro. So is he like kind of telling us that he might not be 100%, and he turn around and say I'm 100% physically? And people, I think he said that he probably never, or somebody was like he'll never be 100% again after a wreck like that. But in Danny Garcia fight, he looked damn good. He did. So he's talking about, even at 50%, man, I'd be half of these guys. Then, one thing that's telling me is that you ain't been fighting nobody. Because, then them dudes ain't elite. 50% of, Muhammad Ali operating at 50%, you know, uh, come on. He probably lost to, you know, most of his opposition at 50%. We just being real. 50%, that's a lot. You take it 100% A and take it 50% from it is failing. A lot of people going around saying that, he ain't 100%. He look old in his workout. And that's all subjective. That's like when somebody go to a weigh-in and they gotta make weight outside of heavyweight, and people say, well, he don't look 100%. He don't look 100%. So he looked drained at the weigh-in. It's all subjective. The only thing we can do is wait and see. He said, well, I ain't doing no tune-ups, this, that, and the third, and that's good. That's good he feel the way he feel, but you talking about even at half, I could beat most of the top guys, then your division not that good. If we being real, your division not that good. Let's keep it a humbug. Your division is not that good. It's just not. It's not, bro. So talking about fighting somebody and beat somebody at 50%, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, if he's saying that I might not be 100% from this fight, but I still expect to beat Ugas at 50%, he not beating Ugas. Maybe with a robbery, 50%, you shouldn't be no top fighter inside the top 10. So like I said before, maybe saying before that he was 50%, or like I said, 50%, you wouldn't have beat Danny Garcia. If we being real, come on. So I mean, like I said before, everybody, talk about, what he got left, and it's going around the internet, and Rick Glazer saying he looked old and it's still shot. Like I said before, remember the rapper Cassidy took that shot where they said he went from the hustler to the customer. He took another picture. He looked good. So y'all really ain't going no steal shots. You just got to go about what we see, and him hit the bag and him hit the mitts. You know what I'm saying? He looked pretty good. But then again, the bag and the mitts don't hit back. And you got to remember too, he suffered that injury in sparring, quote unquote. That's what he's saying. There's some rumors that suggest different, but who knows? But if you looking good in sparring, it's hard to suffer that injury in sparring unless you sparring without headgear on. Because you think about you should be sparring in bigger gloves, what 16s, bigger than 8s and 10s. So you should be sparring in bigger gloves. You should have headgear on. So if it's like they got the enclosure headgear too, that kind of expose more of your chin a little bit more. But then they got the regular one that kind of open your face, but it kind of guards your eye over and under your eye a little bit. So to me, that's hard. That was hard for me to believe that he suffered a detached retina in sparring. Like something had to lead up to the detached retina, and then had to damage it, and then that final blow did it. But if you getting damaged with headgear on, unless you sparring without headgear on, that's a big, big issue right then and there. And on top of that, it's your lead eye. And on top of that, they talking about, oh, we gotta wait till after we fight Ugas to discuss with Crawford. Well, shit, you had damn near half a year. You had 4 or 5 years to discuss it with Crawford. Y'all should have been had something set in play. So he might not. He might be on the upset alert. Some of these dudes like Rick Lauser might be right, because the way I'm reading into it is that they keep saying that we gotta wait to fight Crawford. We gotta wait to talk about Crawford. Canelo signing 2 or 3 fucking fights before he fight one. PBC was trying to get Canelo to sign a 3-fight deal that included Plant, Benavidez, and like Errol Spence. People forget that. So why they can't just had a fight signed, and if he lose or whatever happen, you put a clause in there where he don't gotta fight you. You notice they throwing Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman out in there, for Terrence Crawford, when Crawford can't even go even cross the street and walk right into that fight. These fighters both over 30. So to me, that's hilarious to me, bro. To be honest, that's super duper hilarious. That is super duper hilarious, because they could have, if he wanted to fight him, that deal would be done. And if Ugas won, he should have a deal in place. Even if Crawford is going to take a scenic route. Honestly, even if Crawford is going to take a different route, bro. Even if Crawford is going to take a different route and fight Thurman or whatever first. So, like I said before, him saying he can beat top guys at 50%. Man, you can't beat top 10 guys at your best. You shouldn't be able to. Maybe you could beat some guys in the top from 16 to 40. We were saying 50% of him, 50% of any fighter, could beat this guy. Hell no. He talking physically, but also mentally. There's a faith jump that you have to do. Even at 50%, even at the 50 ball, there might be something different. I mean, in a mental position, you might be something different that you have to do. You have to get over it. And you got to remember, it's quote unquote, his lead eye. Has been a lot of talk about if There's been a lot of talk. What was it? Detached retina. He said he got two air bubbles on all access. He said he got two air bubbles. He said he got two air bubbles holding in. So apparently he did have a detached retina. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard came back way too fast from a detached retina. So think about that for a minute. You know, and he had to sit down for a minute. So, he could be telling, with all this, we wait to talk about Crawford. It's wait to see what he got left. That's what it is. It's wait to see what he got left. That's what it is. I don't think they think he 100%. I don't think they think he 100%. I don't think so. So like I said before, man, you got to understand the mental jump of that. Anything. I've seen people that, break their leg and want to get right back out there on the football field. You know what I'm saying? Abandon their best sport in basketball and want to get back on the football field to prove something. And you saw people that scared to step. And they play back in their head. They get in cracks and they scared to get behind the wheel. They break their leg on the court. They're scared to really put the whole pressure on them. So it's the mental aspect. He says, he's 100% physically, right? He said his right eye stronger than his left eye, right? Only time will tell. He said, I feel great now. I'm great. I feel great now. And I'm 100%. Physically, I'm on point. What about mentally? But going out here saying 50%, half of you can beat some of these top guys, bro, that's okay. If that's the case, you 100% now, and that's physically and mentally. Well, we need to have that Crawford fight signed right now. We need to have y'all, rolling into that fight at the end of the year. Even if Crawford take a little detour fight. And these niggas just be talking because 50%, he ain't beating top 10 people at 147 pounds. No matter how great the fighter is, 50% of Muhammad Ali don't beat, Floyd fucking Patterson. That's a huge chunk. I can say he was up at 75%, 80%, 85%, then cool. But 50%, he just running this trap. But hey, that is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, that subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Shout out to What Twitter Box News playlist. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree link in the description. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, and the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Peace.